We know how it played out for former Governor Bob McDonnell and his wife. Both are going to prison if their appeals don't come through.
But could there have been a different decision if the former first couple weren't tried together? That's a question that's sort of being answered tonight because of new documents released this morning.
It won't really change the appeals process, which both Bob and Maureen McDonnell are going through right now, but the new documents lay out how Maureen would have testified if she and her husband had been granted separate trials. 10 on your side, Stephanie Harris went through that paperwork today. Stephanie.
Tom and Nicole, certainly it at least would have been a factor for jurors to consider this information. In the document from her attorney, Maureen McDonnell basically takes the blame. Maureen McDonnell barely said 2 words to reporters the entire time she and her husband were on trial for corruption. But if given separate trials, we've learned she would have had a lot to say. In this newly released document, her attorney says Maureen was prepared to testify in her husband's defense. She would have said that personal and professional circumstances pulled the couple apart, that she formed a friendship with Johnny Williams, who filled the void with gifts and attention, and that she concealed much of what she was doing with him because she believed if her husband knew about the gifts, he would tell her to stop accepting them. Specifically, she would address that now infamous $20,000 shopping trip and engraved Rolex watch. She would have talked about the $50,000 loan check and testify it was a personal loan for her to repay, and that she used the governor's name without his authorization several times in connection to Williams' company, Star Scientific, using it on an invitation to a product launch, to get products into gift bags at another event, and on an email to the governor's chief counsel asking him to check on studies with VCU and MCV. But she said none of this in the couple's joint trial because, the document states, she feared the jury would be more likely to conclude that she is routinely untruthful and deliberately misled investigators and obstructed justice. So hearing that, what do you think? If you were a juror, would this information have changed your decision for Bob McDonnell? You can read the entire document and answer our poll question on WAVY.com. Stephanie Harris, 10 on your side.